Building a team is tough, y'all. I say y'all like I'm not from Fargo, but I'm from Fargo because building a team is tough. And the key to unlock the easy button in your business is if you master hiring. I want to give you some tips and tricks on how to hire and how we've hired in our world where we have an amazing retention rate and we built one of the top 50 real estate teams in the country. With that, we have a 9-step process. It's lengthy. We take hiring exceedingly seriously. I want you to imagine that you go on a date with someone. For 30 minutes, you sit across the table, you ask them questions. And at the end of that 30 minutes, you say, hey, would you marry me? It sounds stupid, right? My wife and I, we dated for 16 months and then we're engaged for another 14 before we ever got married. And I'm still trying to figure her out, you know? We get married really quick if we hire too quickly. There's a lot to learn about somebody, and we need to take hiring seriously. The truth of the matter is that you're going to spend more time often with your hires than you will with your family and your friends. Don't you think some due diligence is necessary? I mean, isn't it imperative that you take hiring and not treat it the way in which most people treat it? So let's say you get a resume and you're taking a look at it and you're like, okay, here's all the things you said about yourself. Boy, I believe you. Let me take you at face value. Sounds stupid, right? I think we're doing that a lot in the hiring world is we're taking things at face value. One of the tricks to it is we think that in our 9-step process, my favorite step is step number 7. It's a 3-hour interview. When we're teeing people up for this, they know what's coming, by the way. When people do this, they get educated very early on that this is going to be a long, drawn-out process. I've heard the phrase before, be quick to hire, quick to fire. I've also heard slow to hire, quick to fire. Frankly, I don't like any of those. I think it's slow to hire, slow to fire, because we're going to take our time to understand things about people. And in this 3-hour process, as we pitch it to them, we tell them this is our time to understand the layers of you. We want to go deep in to get you off of regularly scheduled, programmed answers. I heard recently that 3 to 5 questions on one topic will unlock that hidden stuff that people have inside. And if you want to really figure out who you're going to get, you got to start asking some questions. So in this 3-hour interview, let's say you were applying. I would ask you, I would say, okay, I'm going to ask for your life story from the very beginning until today. I want the high highs. I want the low lows. But now is not a time for meekness. Now is not a time for being shy and coy. Instead, I want you to be bold and talk to me about when you were on mountaintops and you were in valleys. So they're going to say, okay, well, I was born and raised in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And then so immediately I'll say, tell me about that. And the question we ask all the time is, tell me more. And there's 1,000 variations of it, but it's a curiosity question. Because see, if I find out that somebody was born and raised in Minneapolis, there's a good chance that maybe they were raised in a traditional home or maybe it was a non-traditional home. And I can't ask those questions in an interview, but they can provide that information and then you can ask more about it. Like I can't ask somebody, tell me about your parents. But if I say who is really important in your life and they'll say my mom and my dad, then I can say, well, tell me more about that. And the point is to go really deep. The entire interview process, the point is to go really deep. So you can see if you're a match for them and they're a match for you. If you up your hiring game and take it seriously, more seriously than you have, I can promise you it's going to unlock future growth that you didn't even anticipate or expect. If that's been good for you, if this has been a helpful tip, I want you to subscribe to our YouTube page right here, the Hatch Coaching page. And if this has been valuable, please share this with somebody else that could use a bit of these knowledge pieces we're throwing at you. But with that, have a beautiful day.